We're going on a bear hunt by Michael Rosen and illustrated by Helen Oxenbury. Read by Nanny Nay Nay. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Grass. Long, wavy grass. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no! We've got to go through it. Swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. A river. A deep, cold river. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Splash, splosh, splash, splosh, splash, splosh. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. Mud. Thick, oozy mud. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Squelch, squirch, squelch, squirch, squelch, squirch. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. A forest. A big, dark forest. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Stumble trip, stumble trip, stumble trip. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. A snowstorm. A swirling, whirling snowstorm. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Ooh. We're going on a bear hunt. We're going to catch a big one. What a beautiful day. We're not scared. A cave. A narrow, gloomy cave. We can't go over it. We can't go under it. Oh no, we've got to go through it. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. What's that? One shiny, wet nose, two big, furry ears, two big, goggly eyes. It's a bear! Quick, back through the cave. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe. Back through the snowstorm. Whoo, 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 whoo. Back through the forest. Stumble, trip, stumble, trip, stumble, trip. Back through the mud. Squelch, squirch, squelch, squirch. Back through the river. Splash, splosh, splash, splosh, splash, splosh. Back through the grass. Swishy, swashy, swishy, swashy. Get to our front door. Open the door. Up the stairs. Oh no, we forgot to shut the door. Back downstairs. Shut the door. Back upstairs. Into the bedroom. Into bed. Under the covers. We're not going on a bear hunt again. The Pout-Pout Fish by Deborah Deason and pictures by Dan Hanna. Read by Nanny Nay Nay. Deep in the water, where the fish hang out, lives a glum, gloomy swimmer with an ever-present pout. I'm a pout-pout fish with a pout-pout face, so I spread the dreary wearies all over the place. Blub, blub, blub. Along comes a clam with a wide winning grin and a pearl of advice for her pal to take in. Hey, Mr. Fish, with your crosstown frown, don't you think it's time to turn it upside down? Says the fish to his friend, Nice thought, Miss Clam. I hear what you're saying, but it's just the way I am. I'm a pout-pout fish with a pout-pout face, so I spread the dreary wearies all over the place. Blub, blub, blub. Along comes a jellyfish. He floats through the ocean, his tentacles all trailing in a gentle locomotion. Hey, Mr. Fish, with your daily scaly scowl, I wish you wouldn't greet us with a grimace and a growl. Says the fish to his friend, Mr. Jelly, I agree. I'd like to be more friendly, but it isn't up to me. I'm a pout-pout fish with a pout-pout face, so I spread the dreary wearies all over the place. Blub, blub, blub. Along comes a squid, quite a slender, squiggly skite. She is squirmy, she is squelchy, she is slightly impolite. Hey, Mr. Fish, you kaleidoscope of mope, how about a smile, a little joy, a little hope? Says the fish to his friend, Mrs. Squid, I would try, but I haven't any choice. And take a look and you'll see why. I'm a pout-pout fish with a pout-pout face, so I spread the dreary wearies all over the place. Blub, blub, blub. Along comes an octopus with 8 great arms, covered on the underside with tiny sucker charms. Hey, Mr. Fish, let me tell it to you straight. You hulky, bulky, sulking is an unattractive trait. Says the fish to his friend, Mr. 8, my chum, with a mouth like mine, I am destined to be glum. I'm a pout-pout fish with a pout-pout face, so I spread the dreary wearies all over the place. Blub, blub, blub. Now, along comes a fish in a silent silver shimmer. The gang has never seen before this bright and brilliant swimmer. She approaches Mr. Fish, but instead of saying, Hey, she plants a kiss upon his pout, and then she swims away. Mr. Fish is most astounded. Mr. Fish is just aghast. He is stone-faced like a statue. Then he blinks and speaks at last. My friends, says Mr. Fish, I should have known it all along. I thought that I was pouty, but it turns out I was wrong. I'm a kiss-kiss fish with a kiss-kiss face for spreading cheery cheeries all over the place. So I'll smooch, 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 smooch. Llama Llama Red Pajama by Anna Dewdney, and read by Nanny Nay Nay. Llama Llama Red Pajama reads a story with his mama. Mama kisses baby's hair. Mama Llama goes downstairs. Llama Llama Red Pajama feels alone without his mama. Baby Llama wants a drink. Mama's at the kitchen sink. Llama Llama Red Pajama calls down to his llama mama. Mama says she'll be up soon. Baby llama hums a tune. Llama Llama Red Pajama waiting, waiting for his mama. Mama isn't coming yet. Baby llama starts to fret. Llama Llama Red Pajama whispers softly for his mama. Mama Llama hears the phone. Baby llama starts to moan. Llama Llama Red Pajama listens quiet for his mama. What is Mama Llama doing? Baby llama starts boo-hooing. Llama Llama Red Pajama hollers loudly for his mama. Baby llama stomps and pouts. Baby llama jumps and shouts. Llama Llama Red Pajama in the dark without his mama, eyes wide open, covers drawn. What if Mama Llama's gone? Llama Llama Red Pajama weeping, wailing for his mama. Will his mama ever come? Mama Llama, run, run, run! Baby llama, what a tizzy. Sometimes mama's very busy. Please stop all this llama drama and be patient for your mama. Little llama, don't you know, Mama Llama's loves you so. Mama Llama's always near, even if she's not right here. Llama Llama Red Pajama gets 2 kisses from his mama, snuggles, pillow, soft and deep. Baby llama goes to sleep. The Long-Tailed Mouse by Nanny Nay Nay. The long-tailed mouse lived in the bush. There was a creek, rocks, and mossy mush. He had lots of friends that lived there too, though he was sometimes mean, especially to Roo. The long-tailed mouse woke up one day, feeling grumpy as he got up from where he lay. He thought, I'm going to go for a walk. So he set out to see who he could find to talk. The long-tailed mouse came across Eki Echidna, who was searching for ants. She stopped to smile at Mouse, who was adjusting his pants. You're very greedy, Eki, he said. Oh, said Eki, and stopped what she was doing. That's not nice, and I'd like to say it's not kind to speak that way. The long-tailed mouse shrugged and went along some more. He found Frogger the Frog sleeping, who was starting to snore. You're very old and loud, Frogger, yelled the long-tailed mouse. Oh, said Frogger, a bit startled as he woke. That's not nice, and I'd like to say it's not kind to speak that way. The long-tailed mouse shrugged and went along some more. He came across a grassy paddock where he found Roo the kangaroo with the rest of his mob. Hey, Roo, you're just a scared kangaroo flicking your ears, he said. Oh, said Roo, looking around. That's not nice, and I'd like to say it's not kind to speak that way. The long-tailed mouse shrugged and went along some more. He decided to sit and think for a while about Ecky and her very warm smile, about Frogger and his very loud snore and croak, about Roo and him guarding his mob. What a good bloke. He thought about what each one had said, his friends, their feelings he had not read. He felt a yucky feeling in his tummy come over him. He'd said those things to his friends on a careless whim. He went to the pond, found Frogger, and said, "I'm sorry, Frogger, for saying what I said. I really like how you croak at night. It makes me feel safe that you're close and in my sight. You're very special to me, Frogger. I'm sorry for hurting your feelings. May I sit with you on this log?" Frogger looked at him and said, "Of course, Long-tailed Mouse," and made room for him by moving his leg. After a while, Long-tailed Mouse said goodbye and found Ecky, who was eating the ants that fly. "I'm sorry, Ecky, for saying what I said. I really like how you find your food. You're clever at finding it. I was being rude." Ecky said with a warm smile, "That's okay, Mouse. Would you like to join me for a snack? I found some scrumptious insects over there on the track." After a while, and his tummy was full, Long-tailed Mouse said goodbye. He looked everywhere for Roo, down and up, but not one from the mob, not one, nup. He went up high on top of some rocks and looked down in the glade, and there was Roo and the mob lying in the shade. He raced down as quick as he could. He would say sorry and be kind to Roo for good. He really loved Roo and thought as he ran, "We are very alike, Roo and I. I am really a fan. We both watch out for danger and stay alert to make sure we keep ourselves and family unhurt." He found Roo and lay down beside him in the grass. Neither said anything because they both knew that Long-tailed Mouse learned something that day. It's true. It feels nicer inside to be kind, not grumpy and mean. Friends forever, the best you've ever seen. Guess How Much I Love You by Sam McBratney and illustrated by Anita Duran and read by Nanny Nay Nay. Little Nut Brown Hare, who was going to bed, held on tight to Big Nut Brown Hare's very long ears. He wanted to be sure that Big Nut Brown Hare was listening. "Guess how much I love you," he said. "Oh, I don't think I could guess that," said Big Nut Brown Hare. "This much," said Little Nut Brown Hare, stretching out his arms as wide as they could go. Big Nut Brown Hare had even longer arms. "But I love you this much," he said. That is a lot," thought Little Nut Brown Hare. "I love you as high as I can reach," said Little Nut Brown Hare. "I love you as high as I can reach," said Big Nut Brown Hare. "That is quite high," thought Little Nut Brown Hare. I wish I had arms like that. Then little Nut Brown Hare had a good idea. He tumbled upside down and reached up the tree trunk with his feet. I love you all the way up to my toes, he said. And I love you all the way up to your toes, said Big Nut Brown Hare, swinging him up over his head. I love you as high as I can hop, laughed little Nut Brown Hare, bouncing up and down. But I love you as high as I can hop, smiled Big Nut Brown Hare. And he hopped so high that his ears touched the branches above. That's good hopping, thought little Nut Brown Hare. I wish I could hop like that. I love you all the way down the lane as far as the river, cried little Nut Brown Hare. I love you across the river and over the hills, said Big Nut Brown Hare. That's very far, thought little Nut Brown Hare. He was almost too sleepy to think any more. Then he looked beyond the thorn bushes out into the big dark night. Nothing could be farther than the sky. I love you right up to the moon, he said, and closed his eyes. Oh, that's far, said Big Nut Brown Hare. That is very, very far. Big Nut Brown Hare settled little Nut Brown Hare into his bed of leaves. He leaned over and kissed him good night. Then he lay down close by and whispered with a smile, I love you right up to the moon and back. Kissed by the Moon by Alison Lester and read by Nanny Nay Nay. May you, my baby, sleep softly at night, and when dawn lights the world, may you wake up to bird song. May the morning sun warm you, the evening breeze cool you, and at noon may you rest in the shade. May you, my baby, eat from the garden, be kind to its creatures, and smile at the flowers. May dogs and cats follow you, love and watch over you, and animals all be your friends. May you, my baby, make sprinkles of sand, spy little fish, and splash in the ocean. May you search in the sky, play in the snow, and dance in the rain. May you, my baby, follow the rivers, wander the mountains. May you grow sleepy at sunset, sing to the stars, and drift into dreams. And may you, my baby, be kissed by the moon.